Hello and welcome to Fearless DIY Music. My name is Tristan Lass, and today I want to talk about music as either art or a commodity or both. In an ideal world, you would make things that you are happy with from an artistic perspective as the artist, and you would also make some money doing it. Or do you go about creating music as a strategic thing, as something that you would, treat as a commodity with a targeted audience, with crafting the material to please said audience? I have to apologize right up front. I am a little under the weather, so if I cough or anything like that, apologies up front. This is an issue that I think about a lot, especially as I'm getting ready to release an album here in the next month or so. And from my perspective, I've always kind of approached music as being something for myself first. There's a reason for me to make it. There's something that I'm after. There's something I hear in my head. There's something that's not in existence that I want to put into existence. So I kind of approach music from the artistic standpoint first. Of course, I don't want to make things that people do not want to listen to or that are unlistenable. I want to make my music approachable. But this is an issue that I think that a lot of us wrestle with, especially in this age of so much content, so much music out there, and so much difficulty in making any money putting music out. There are not a whole lot of revenue streams for us DIY independent artists that are really lucrative. But that doesn't mean that we shouldn't stop making things. I think that we should make things to please ourselves first. Hopefully the audience will follow. I think that some of the best musicians in the world and some of the best music ever created was done under the auspices of just following a muse and doing artists doing what they wanted, regardless of what a record label told them or a manager told them or any of the powers that be in the music industry of old would tell them. Now, in this day and age, we can all kind of take control of the entire, production process, the release process, the distribution process. As artists, and especially as DIY independent artists, we have the ability to make whatever we want and put it out there for people to judge. Despite the fact that it is difficult to generate revenue from, if you're starting from a very small nucleus and you don't have a whole lot or anything behind you except for your own force of will, I think that it almost is foolish to not just follow the art. I think that, being artistic and following your own creativity is the way to go. Because if you sit and you try to, come up with the perfect algorithm for the perfect song that's going to be a hit or it's going to catch people's ears, more than likely, you're not going to hit the mark. You're going to spend all that time trying to really craft something that's for a targeted audience, and it may fall flat anyway. And if that's not exactly what you want to do, now there may be some people it's like, that's what I want to do. That's the way I'm creative. I create for a particular audience. I create for a particular genre. And that is all well and good. I think that is a totally valid way to go as well. But for myself and a lot of other people that I know who are in my cohort of, being independent musicians, it's about trying to be original. It's about trying to put your own stamp on music history. And I think that it's important to follow the muse and really just hope that an audience comes around. And what I found over the years is the less that I tried to do things to please either the industry or a particular demographic, the more success I have had. And that's kind of the message of this video, is that I view being creative or being a musician, creating music, as being an artistic endeavor first. Then, of course, you want to make it sound good. You want to present it well. You want to market it well. You want to do everything, that you need to do to try to get people to have access to what you've created. However, I think that it is a mistake if you're just starting out and if you're just kind of like feeling your way through things, I think it's a little bit of a mistake to go, okay, I'm going to sit and I'm going to come up with, the right melody, the right hook, and all these different things with a specific target in mind. Just make it. Make whatever you come across in your own creative space, and then let people see what you've done, and they will judge you accordingly. Maybe people like it, maybe they don't, but at the end of the day, I want to sit here and I want to feel as if I've done something that's true to myself, and that's true to who I hope is my intended audience anyway. They're going to come along for the ride, no matter what I do to a certain extent, but I think that people will hop on board with something that is authentic, genuine, and people like to see an artist being true to themselves. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening to this little rambling video, but I just think that it's important to kind of keep these things in mind as we, spend all this time and effort to make things to share with others. All right. If you made it this far into the video, I'd appreciate a like and a subscribe. Also, in the comments, anything, opinions. Should we be making things to try to make money, or should we be making things because we want to make things? All right. Hit subscribe, and we'll see you next time with another video.